Greetings, friends. I have to speak really loud because there's a lot of traffic here. I'm standing down by Lakeshore Boulevard, and right in front of me is the Royal Canadian Legion, one of various branches, branch 344. And anyways, it's not really any particular reason I'm here. I just wanted to show you something. So let's take a quick walk, just a few 450 feet, just this way. Anyways, it's a nice day in April, and yeah, I didn't have any particular plans. Just wanted to do some biking and some filming, and anyways, there's a, oh yeah, here, sorry I missed it. There's a plaque here dedicating this legion. That says, for God, for the King, for Canada and the Empire. This stone was laid by the Honorable Howard Ferguson, Prime Minister of Ontario, September 15th, 1926. This building was erected in the interest of all seamen, upon whom in no mean measure depends the peace, preservation, and prosperity of our empire. Oh boy, so this was not long after the First World War, before the Second World War, completely bankrupt the British Empire, so there's no more empire left, and then this is what we're left with. I wonder what they would have thought to see all this jumble right now, all this ugly, modernist, postmodernist architecture, and just this cacophony of noise. But anyways, the real reason I came here is not to show you the Legion. I wanted to show you a little memorial to a child who died here a few years ago. I just have to be careful not to get hit by a bicycle, because I'm right on the bike path here. Just a second here. Hope you can hear me. So you can see right there, there's kind of a little memorial. There's some flowers and a little bicycle as a monument. And you see there's a fence here. This fence didn't used to be there a few years ago. So basically what happened was some parent with their kid or kids, they were letting and you can see that's kind of like a hill. It kind of goes down a bit of a hill there. Very busy road. It's always been busy like this. And basically the kid went off the road and got hit by a car and got killed. So there was no fence to prevent them from doing that. So some city councilor or some city politicians got all up in arms about this. Oh my God, safety, safety, safety. We have to put a fence in to protect our children. And who knows, and you can see it goes, the fence goes way off into the distance. It goes way off, more than 100 meters all the way down this hill. There's this fence. So basically, do we have to pay to protect our kids from being stupid? I mean, it's not the kid's fault, it's the parents' fault. Whoever was looking after that kid there wasn't doing their job. So now, because that parent wasn't doing a good job of looking after their kid, letting their kid bike, next to an incredibly dangerous road, now all the taxpayers have to pay for your stupidity. It's this obsession with safety. We have to save our kids from every little thing that could happen to them. But that's impossible. You can never save your children and save the women, save everyone else from every little thing that can happen to them. So anyways, just wanted to share my 10 cents there. I'm standing in Garrison Common Park, about 200 meters west of Fort York. And it's got a noisy area because we got the railway tracks over there. We got some GO train passing by there. And here we have the Gardner Expressway. And this is just a crazy area. This is just downtown or close to the, the downtown core. We've got all these condos that sprouted up in the last 15 years. I started working at Fort York you can't see it, but it's behind me. In 2002, none of these condos were here. Only 10% of what you see here. Like these condos, they weren't there a year ago or 2 years ago. They were just sprouting up. This is just, gentrification or whatever you want to call it. Yuppie Central. This has become, I remember back when I used to work there, you could smoke weed in this park. You can still do that now, but back then, if you wanted to get away from people, you could do it relatively peacefully. But now it's just like dog walkers galore. It's like dog central. There's so many dogs. I think like literally, if you live in a condo, you're much more likely to own a dog, because then you can walk the dog and you can meet other condo owners with their dogs and maybe, meet a romantic partner or just have a social life. That's fine. I don't really like dogs, but I mean, there's just dogs well, you can't see them right now. I picked a moment when there's not so many dogs here. And then this Gardner Expressway was built in 1959. They should have torn it down a long time ago. They're using it for art exhibits. You see they've painted the pillars there. Even though the pillars keep collapsing, they keep having to spend billions of dollars to restore it, taxpayer money to restore this outdated hulk. And then you can see underneath the Gardner there's like some sort of function going on. They're playing music, so it's like a private gathering. You can't get in there, but I don't know if I don't know what those domes are. It's like they have something inside the plastic dome. I honestly don't know what it is. It's really weird. It's just like some sort of postmodern art thing, whatever that is. Is that a cop over there? Who's that guy in the bright jacket? That's a security guy? He's just I don't know, he must be security or something. He's looking kind of bored. He's looking like, yeah, when is this thing gonna end? So I just wanted to show you, this is a part of the city that I know, or I used to know. I barely recognize. Oh, and I forgot. The thing that I'm forgetting to mention is there's a cemetery here. And I'm not saying that all this development is a disrespect to the cemetery. However, it is a weird juxtaposition. Let's go take a quick look at the cemetery. So when I said this was a cemetery, I mean, technically it's a cemetery, although not much is left of it. This was housing about 150 burials. That's the estimate, between 1864 to 1811 from the garrison, which is off in the distance there. You can't really see, but beyond those trees is Fort York, or the garrison of York. And so these are just some of the gravestones. You can't, they're so worn away, you can't even really read them. I'm not even going to try to read them because they're so worn away. And then over here we have some more. Hopefully no one steals my bike but I don't think any of these people are going to steal my bike, because they're all like young professionals. And like I even saw a black guy, and he wasn't dressed like the way you would expect a black guy to dress in my part of town. He was dressed like a white hipster kind of, like tight-fitting jacket. just really funny. And yeah, and then of course the Canadian flag here. These soldiers, they wouldn't recognize that Canadian flag. That Canadian flag wasn't, that didn't become official until 1967, long after these guys were dead. I don't know if they had much allegiance to the British Empire. They were probably just down on their luck, and that's why they joined the army. So anyways, just kind of interesting that you have this cemetery here, or the remnants of this military cemetery, and then just smack dab, just like Fort York. I've already, I don't need to show you Fort York because I already did a video on that last summer, but it just shows you how in the middle of this modernization, this gentrification, not that gentrification is always a bad thing, it's just this juxtaposition is just insane. Or I don't know what you think. I think it's kind of crazy. And you can tell I'm kind of pessimistic, I'm kind of cynical. This is a part of the city I know, or I used to know. And it's just this crazy development. And I don't think it's a good future for Toronto. Well, it's not just here. I mean, These condos were just a bit east of Liberty Village. I don't know what they're calling it now. I know the sun is kind of in the camera, but just in this direction there is Liberty Village. A whole lot more condos, like 20, 30 condos all around here. All these condos were built since the early 2000s, and now they're still building them. It's this huge, huge condo boom. Anyways, so let's continue.
Oh no, that would never happen. Right? You know that that's not
So I seem to have stumbled into Leafs. You know, the Toronto Maple Leafs are playing, so they've got a crowd watching the game outside. I couldn't care less about hockey. I don't care about the Leafs. I don't care about the Raptors anymore. I used to care about the Raptors, but I'm gonna try and film a little more, see if I can get anything. But it's so crowded, you know, it's a little crazy here. No, I can't get in there. They've got it fenced off, and like they're checking your bags to get in there. I don't want to get in there. I'll try to film what I can from outside the fence, but I just thought it's funny that, you know, there's so many mostly white people here because it's hockey, right? You know, hockey brings together white people, and that's the only thing we can bring white people together right now in Toronto, in Canada, is hockey. And you can't bring white people together for anything else. Like, oh, you know, a real threat to your country, like, you know, you're getting flooded out by other ethnic groups, you know, the economy or whatever. It doesn't matter, but I just think it's funny. And I mean, they're not all white. I mean, you'll see other people. It's not true, but it's mostly white people that like hockey, right? I mean, look. You want me? I'll prove it to you. I'll zoom in on these people. See, it's mostly white people. See what I mean? They'll all come together. They'll cheer, even though the Leafs suck. They suck. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe this year. I don't care. I don't know. But they haven't won the Stanley Cup in a long time. So, anyways, you know, they got liquored up. You know, they got the beer in you. So, anyways, see what I mean? It's mostly, you know, it's all white people. Not all, of course, but, you know.
Oh my god, okay, so I went to cross
shots like Mitch Marner and Freddie Anderson, who thinks the Leafs are winning game one.
So here we are under the Gardner Expressway. Check that out. Yeah, it's in great shape. You can see the rebar. It's all exposed and rusting. Let's check this out. Oh yeah. Check that out. It's like literally, literally coming apart. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa, Toronto, I'm cynical. Whoa, cynical. Cynical, whoa, cynical, Toronto. Whoa, gotta be careful here. Gotta be careful. Careful, man. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. I'm checking it out. I don't think I can get through here, but I'm gonna check it out. No, I don't think I can get through here. Or maybe I can get around. Maybe I can go around. The Steamhouse Brewery here. Sorry, the sun's in the way. Oh yeah. Kind of get through here. See, I just wouldn't want to live in these condos. I know some of you would feel differently. You'd like to live in these boxes in the sky. The glass windows come falling down every now and then because they're built in a hurry. I mean, the buildings are erected in a hurry. This is a kind of a historical site connected to the railway. There was like a roundhouse here. All the trains came in. Now they've made it into a brewery. The steam whistle. I don't like that beer. I don't really drink beer. I don't drink alcohol, but you know. There's the CN Tower. Oh, it's a bit more peaceful here. When I came here earlier, it was more noisy. It's the Sky Dome where the Blue Jays play. Gotta be careful here. Whoa. Whoa. The place where I was at earlier was the Air Canada Centre. That's where all the people were. Gotta be careful here. What the fuck? Alright. This is probably not very safe to be using one hand to carry the camera, but that's okay. It's not so busy right now. I just want all this is new, brand new. All these condos galore. Some people say this could be a ghetto in the future. It's all single-use neighborhood. I think that'd be funny. I'm eating Chinese food. how the lighting is here. Okay, so it's close to my night now. My random excursion. I think it's gonna rain later, so I gotta get going home. And you may ask me if I'm so pro-white Canadian, why am I eating the Chinese chow mein? That's because we don't have any Canadian food anymore. What am I gonna get, a burger and fries? The chow mein, at least it got, you know, it's a relatively healthy meal. I mean, for fast food, I mean, you can get some steamed vegetables in there. It's not, you know, it's not that bad. So I give the Chinese props. I mean, of all the people to colonize us, at least they're pretty hardworking. And what can I say? You know, they work hard. They produce, you know, like, you know, good product. Sometimes. So anyways, yeah, this is my old campus. I used to go here at the University of Toronto, but because it's nighttime, can't film really too much because my camera won't pick up too much. But anyways, maybe I'll do a bit more footage. So, well, it's so dark, I don't know if you're gonna see me, but I just wanted to point out one more thing that came to my mind as I was biking out of the campus. This building here. This is Sydney Smith, or Sid Smith. A lot of classes are held here in this, I think it was built in like the 60s. And it's basically a really boring building. You may be asking me, why am I showing it to you? Because this is where Jordan Peterson teaches his psychology lectures or whatever. So when they had that, when he rose to fame a few years ago, when he was confronting the trans activist people were confronting him about here where I'm zooming in, and this was about where he was standing, where he was wearing those overalls and you know, getting harassed or irritated by those trans activists or whoever they were. So yeah, pretty boring building, 2 stories, 1 billion classes in there. All the classrooms look white and plain and boring and demoralizing. You know, as bland as Peterson is himself. Hasta luego, amigos.